Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Hypermine Vanilla Server. How is everyone doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm over behind what has become kind of the shopping district. We've got Ector's Gas Tier Shop right behind me, Benito's Library behind that. Got the Netherwort Farm up on the hill. No, that's not the Netherwort Farm. That's tucked away even further behind there. But this has been kind of the shopping district. And so I want to build, it's not really a shop. It's more like I don't know, it's a game and a shop where the house always wins. That's right. We're going to do a little game of chance here. So I need to gather some materials and then we'll be right back. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back over here and I've collected the materials. Let me just show you what we've got going on here. Okay, I'm going to climb this hill. I've already put down a sign just so nobody else grabs it. There we go. Take a look at this. Got a lot of materials, and after looking at the tutorial that I'm going to be following, I don't have enough. Okay, I've got most of this stuff, but it is going to require some programming, so I'm going to have to get those materials a little later. So anyway, I did mention I'm going to be following a tutorial. That's right, our very own Cass of the Mizuma Games channel here on Hypermine. Well, he did a little pocket slot machine quite some time ago. I've been wanting to build this thing for quite some time, and finally I get a chance to do it. We're going to build it right here. Now, one of the things I got to keep in mind, though, is we've got basket rail coming in right here, and looking at this, it doesn't look like it's too bad. We can see down there, it goes downhill a bit, and we should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine for what we eventually need to do, and that is a little bit more than just this slot machine. What we're going to do is add some payment and reward mechanism to it, just to entice people to come on over, come out of Port Hypermine and spend their hard-earned diamonds. We're going to give them a little option over here. So yeah, I'm going to build this off camera because I'm going to be following a tutorial. It's not my design. It's Cass's. So I'm not going to show you that. If you want to go see that, feel free to click the link in the description box below, or I'm going to throw a card up here somewhere soon. Top right corner, you'll see it pop up, and that's where the video will be for that tutorial. So I'm going to be following that one. You can follow along too if you want to, and when we come back, we'll have this thing built. Not all of the mechanisms, but the main part of it, the heart of it. So yeah, I'll be back in just a little bit. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look at the progress thus far. There we go. Followed the tutorial. Yes, it was not that difficult. What we're going to do now is we are going to load this system up. There's some programming that we need to do. Okay, there we go. And then up here, we've got the main timer circuit. Oh, there's one egg in there. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll do 9 of those, 9 armor stands. What else? 9 snowballs and a bucket of water. I think, yeah, that's it. And then let's see, what else do we have? We've got timer up here. Yeah, there we go. And then there is, oh, here in this furnace. And contrary to what Cass's tutorial says, dead bushes work just fine. You don't have to put ferns in there, okay? So feel free to put dead bushes in there, all right? Next order of business, we need to actually put in our colors for this thing, and then also the glowstone, and then hopefully I can get this correct. There is, let's see, it's an inverted L shape, he said, and we'll take a look at this and hopefully run it and not cause any issues. Otherwise, I will have to reset the whole system. I've had to do that a little bit in my testing of it. And then we go, what? Inverted L right there, there, and there. And then up here, here, and here. And then what? One more. Yeah. Excellent. Now we should be able to flip this lever. Okay. So far, so good. Let's stand back. There's a lot of piston movement, so there we go. Okay, it looks like it is working just fine. Okay, the system is done. And what was I doing there? I don't know what I was doing there. I guess we have two of them. Anyway, let's reset the system. And yeah, so there we go. That is the slot machine itself. What we need to do now is create some sort of a payment system. And I've already worked it out. I'm going to take you over to my creative testing world so you can see it over there. All right? I'll meet you over there. All right. Welcome to a place that's very near and dear to my heart. That's right. This is my creative testing world. And you can see a variety of projects all around, some of which you may know about, some of which you may remember, some that have never seen the light of day. So over that way, maybe that will come to fruition. I don't know. And that one probably will never come to fruition because we've gotten a better idea for the castle walls. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're here to take a look at this monstrosity. This is my test copy of the slot machine, all right? And it's dressed up, okay? We're not going to dress it up like this. This was a theme that I used in a Guardian farm I did a while back. And, you know, same mechanics that you've seen already, but there's a little bit extra on here. Notice the slime immovable blocks right here. That's because we've got a whole mess of redstone under here. And that's what I'm going to show you. Instead of building this on camera with you, we're going to take a look at it here, which I may have already said. We shall see. I have no idea. Now, what we got to do here is get some sort of a payment method that turns this thing on rather than people just coming up and clicking a lever, okay? I want to be able to control this and make a little bit of money off of it too. So what we've got first and foremost is you drop an item into that slab right there. And then that goes into an item filter. It's the one that has the overflow protection from Impulse SV. And we're currently pulling out diamonds, okay? So that's what we're aiming for here. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do on the server, but we shall see. Now, what we've got here is anything that does not match the filter is going to go over into here and come back to the player. So if you throw in something that is not the payment, it comes back to you. Okay, so there we go. You've seen this kind of setup before. It's an auto hopper. So as soon as an item goes into that dropper, we get a comparator output. In fact, I'm going to be building one probably a little later in this episode, but there we go. It's pretty simple. The reason I'm showing you this is I want to explain all of the systems that are in here, and then we can kind of see it working on the server. I'm going to copy this almost block for block over on the server, but what we do is once we get a diamond into the system, it's going to drop into this dropper right here, okay? And that's important. And then what we're going to do is read a signal out of that and go into one of these clocks right here. This is a clock that I saw on Ilmango's channel from his witch farm, and it's got some neat properties to it. One, it's a solid state timer, and so no hopper timers, which means no duplication bugs going on. And then the other thing is that it can lock this overall circuit, so we can read a signal out of that dropper and have it continue to go. It's kind of like it's a loop. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to run this whole system for every diamond that is in the hopper, okay, or in the dropper here. And so that's what we're going to do. First things first, that diamond comes in, we get a signal that starts up that clock, and then that goes over into what is this? A rising edge detector. And then we're going to take a signal from that, run it all the way back here, and shoot one item up into the payment chest. Okay, we'll see this working in just a bit. You'll see it all come together, but I'm kind of explaining all of the systems here. When we do get a successful payment, we're going to have a little note block play, which is kind of cool, I think. And then for every time that we have a diamond, what we're going to do is go into one of these. It's an RS NOR latch. It's two droppers facing into each other. And right now, our item is over on this side, and that's fine. It's going to, as soon as this rising edge detector kind of touches off, we're going to get a signal into that dropper, which is then going to shoot the item over into this dropper. And then we're going to take that signal and run it into another RS NOR latch, because we've got two different systems running off of this. One, we need to actually turn on the machine. Okay. And two, we need to lock the timer. So this RS NOR latch over here, you can see this. We're taking the signal out with that comparator, strengthening it over here on this repeater, running that all the way through. Signal strength of 15. It's going to lock that timer right there so that we don't keep running that loop while the system is going. Okay. And then once the machine is done, it's going to pull this block up, which is going to turn on that torch. And then what we do is we reset this RS NOR latch right here using that dot of redstone. It's going to power that block right there. We want to make sure we don't strongly power that dropper, because then it leads to bad things. And I had a few of those happening while I was testing this thing. And then once the whole slot machine resets, and again, you're going to see this, once it resets, the redstone block is going to come back down, power that piece of dust. We're going to send that signal down, 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 and reset this RS NOR latch here, which will open up the clock. Okay, so we still have a little bit of a problem up here where we could run into, if you spam too many of these diamonds, you're going to get some diamonds back. It's not going to take all of them, but if you did like one, and that's going to set the thing to go, we're going to throw another couple in there, and we'll just do that. Okay, so you can see that the slot machine is going right now. All right, and then once that last column gets done, okay, there we go. And then we'll see that turn off the machine. The system is going to reset. You can see the redstone lights coming back down. Okay, and there we go. And that's going to allow that clock to go reset. There we go. All right, and then we get another run. So there you have it. It took quite some time. I even wrote out the logic diagram for that, kind of like a computer program. It's really what I was doing here. It's writing a computer program with solid state circuits. But there we go. This should be going all the way through. We've got 3 left, and you see each time around. But you know what? Let's just watch the system. Okay, so that's going to reset. The clock's going to tick back down. We'll be able to get one more. There we go. All right. And so we will be guaranteed to get 1 run per each diamond. So I'm going to copy that over to the vanilla world, and then we'll see if we can get that thing running over there. All right. Back in a bit. And we're back over here, back in the survival world instead of my creative testing world. And what I've done is I've gone ahead and done all of the redstone. So I showed it to you in my creative testing world where I could fly around it a little bit easier. And what we've got is the actual mechanism down here. So it ended up not being so bad to put it in as I thought it would be. It's actually pretty compact. I did run into a basket rail right there, but no problem at all. So yeah, there we go. It ended up not being that big of a deal to put this in, but there we go. It is good. I do want to show you a couple things. First, I can't remember if I showed this to you in creative testing world, but if we throw in something that is not a diamond, it comes back to us. And then if we throw in a diamond, we're going to back up a little bit. There's a little bit of a noise that you can hear. And then the machine starts. And okay, so first one, we're not going to win this one. We can tell because the glowstone needs to be right in the center of each thing. Again, go check out the tutorial from Cass, and that's going to be in a link in the description box below. Here you can see this thing resetting itself. The reset mechanism and all of that is not in the tutorial. That's from me, but the actual slot machine itself, you can see that over on that tutorial. But that is it for the redstone for now. We do want to eventually put in some sort of a winning mechanism, maybe split the winnings or split the entry a little bit, and whenever someone wins, they get half the pot. Who knows? Who knows? I'll figure that out off camera. And then we also need to decorate this thing. It looks terrible. Trust me, I understand. You're probably yelling at me about it, but we're going to get to it next episode. Instead, now what we're going to do is go work on another contraption over at Spawn. We've got another farm to build, so I want to take you over there, and let's do that now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here over at Spawn. We're in the Iron Farm storage area, main spot here. And you know, last time we were over here, we were working on the cactus farm, melon farm, sugar cane farm. Yeah, and so we've got a few other things here. We've got this bone and arrow and zombie and strings and all that fun stuff. Yeah, so it's time to work on the mob farm in addition to our other project. And I've been going back and forth about this. The design we're going to go with is not going to have strings, so I'm going to have to come up with some other way of getting string. But let's see if we can get out to the main area over here, maybe break through the wall. Let's see if we can do that. Can we? Yes, we can. Interesting. Now I've got plenty of stone brick here, so we can just go like so and repair the damage. And then come back out here. I'm doing this, tearing apart my wall just so I don't have to go all the way around. Yep. So we're going to build this thing over here. And the reason why is we're going to go with the Etho Mob Farm Tower design. So it's not the most efficient. We're not going for efficient. We're going for, I don't want to be a bad neighbor. So all of the other designs with the flushing water systems and the timers and all that, this is here at Spawn. These chunks are loaded all the time, no matter where anyone is in the world. So even when I am not on the server, if somebody else is out, case in point, Kaz is out. He's working on his base over under the water over near Kondrik. Go check him out, by the way. Twitch.tv/CauseForChrist, and he's on YouTube as well. Links in the description box down below. So go check him out, but he's working on that. So even when he was over there, this thing would be running, and we can't have that. Okay, we can't have the lag that's going to induce for other server members. So we need to be good citizens. We're going to have a lower efficiency design. That's fine. So we'll just come over here every now and then. We'll do a little AFK session and we'll fill up the mob drops. So the other thing in consideration is that we're building this as part of the outer wall. So we've got our keep, right? That's the iron farm. And the keep in a castle is always surrounded by an outer wall. So the keep is the last line of defense in a castle. And so you've got multiple layers. And so we've got our outer wall. We're going to defend that first. And if the attackers breach the outer wall, then we fall back into the keep, and this is usually a lot stronger, a lot easier to defend. You can rally your forces a lot better, so we can always have that to fall back to. So we're going to build this as a tower, and we're going to decorate it kind of like we did right there, and we're going to bring those eventually all together and build a gate up front here. I don't know where that's going to go, but we're at least going to have another tower anchoring the outer wall right here. So anyway, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go off camera. Off camera or no? We'll see. I'm probably going to record the digging out. We're going to dig this down probably to bedrock, just because who doesn't like digging holes down to bedrock? I need the materials too, so we're probably going to do that. I might bring you along for that with a little time lapse. Who knows? No promises, but I will record it, and we'll see if I put it in the video. But when we come back, we'll start getting this mob farm built. All right? So I'll see you in just a little bit. hopefully you enjoyed that little time lapse. I certainly enjoyed digging, kind of getting back to something I've gotten used to here on the server. But what are we going to do? Well, I've already done some work. So what you see right here is the beginnings of what's going to be an ice stream. Let's come up here and do some parkour just to get around, get up on top of this thing. And this goes all the way back to our main item. Well, it's not really the item elevator. It's the drop chute that goes into the item elevator. So what we're going to be doing is sending all of the mob drops into that item elevator, kind of consolidating all in there so they can go through the storage system. But what we need to do first is kind of set up our collection system. So we're going to grab a couple of observers, dropper, redstone comparator. Yeah, you know what? We'll need all this. The rest of the ice and stone slabs, I don't think we'll need that. No, we shouldn't need that. So what we're going to do, just real quick, we need to build up a little bit. We're going to have the dropper facing down right there and a hopper facing into that. Like so. Yep. We do need one slab. And that slab is going to go on top of that. All right. And then what we'll do, take this out. You may have seen this before, and I'm not sure if I've shown you, maybe in the gold farm, but I'm not sure. But what we're going to do is we're going to have the dropper dropping items into a water stream that's going to start right there. And the way we're going to actually be making this dropper work, hopefully I can get this just right, because these can be kind of finicky. What we will do is go out a little bit. And how does this work? I think what we do is like so. Yep. And then like so. Yeah. And that's annoying, isn't it? It certainly is to me. So what we're going to do is take that, and then we're going to run that into a block. So we're going to take a comparator output, run it into that block, and then we'll have a sticky piston, just one. Run that like so. And then let's just put an item in there to make the thing. Is it going to? Come on. Huh. So I think we may have to do that and then put an item in. Okay. And then what we'll do is put the observer back. Wrong direction. And how about that way? Excellent. So whenever items come in, they're going to send a signal through that comparator into that block, which is going to extend the piston, shove that observer in there, and create a clock. Now I need to get rid of this stuff, and I'll go collect that. Don't you worry, but we do need to make sure that we are completely covered for mob spawns right in here. And I think we're fine there. Excellent. Now, next order of business, I need to build a tower, and I'm going to send you to a link of Etho's original tutorial on this. I don't know how many layers I'm going to go up. I'll bring you back and I'll tell you how many layers I've put in, but I'm going to be building that up. We've got to go up something like 30. Let's see, we're not going to have Endermen in the thing. So it's just the 2 high mobs. And so the ones with the most damage to take, that would be the witches. And then sometimes I guess skeletons and zombies that have feather falling. Maybe we do the trick with a magma block. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a magma block and then put a minecart hopper in it. And then that's what we'll drop everybody onto. But we'll need to go up about 33 blocks. And then that's where we'll start our platforms. But anyway, I'm going to go off camera and do all of that because, well, it's going to be kind of tedious. The same thing over and over again. And yeah, I'll bring you back and show you what we got. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and you can see that we've got quite the tower in place already. I said I was going to build this off camera, so I did. If you go watch Etho's video, you're going to be able to see how to build this thing for yourself. Since he already built it, I didn't feel I needed to build it on camera with you. So anyway, on his tutorial, he put in five layers. I put in 7 because we don't have a perfect spawn free area or mob spawn free area. So we've got tons of room all around this whole area. We've got nothing lit up. It's all spawnable out here. And then we've got caves down below that we haven't fully explored and lit up. And anyway, we don't have a perfect area by any stretch of the imagination. So the more spawning pads, the better in this case. The problem is that you have to stay close to the area. You have to stay right close, no more than 32 blocks away and no less than 24. So mob spawns will not occur if you are within 24 blocks, and then the mobs stop moving if you're further than 32. So what I've got is I have set up a little area in here where I can just come in and AFK. So it's right here. We just pop in, and we're within between 24 and 32 blocks of most of the spawning pads, and so we get a decent rate from that. So anyway, just wanted to show you that, and then maybe come in here and let's take a look at some of the results. Maybe over here we've got bones sitting in here. Let's see what we're up to. Almost a couple stacks. I haven't stayed here for too long after finishing it. And then let's see what else. And right here, yeah, some zombie meat. Here it's the string. I said we're not going to be building a string farm because that mob farm doesn't do spiders. So I'm trying to figure out what do we put here. And I'm thinking, you know what? We've got melons. What we could do is craft those into melon blocks and maybe put those over there. Who knows? Or maybe move the bones over to the other side. And yeah, I don't know. If you've got any ideas for what should go in the string spot, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. What we're going to do out here is show you one more thing. Yep, that's right. One more thing. Let's see if we can get out there. Yep, we can. Okay. And then that. Let's go down to the bottom of the mob spawn or mob farm area. And yeah, you can hear it. They're spawning in there. This is a good thing. This one, I should be able to drop down. And I missed. Okay, anyway. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and put in the water streams. That's, ooh, we got a witch out of that. That's pretty cool. Plenty of bob drops right there. Excellent. Well, this is good. Great success there. Anyway, that's going to be it for this time being. You see me put these ice streams together, so I didn't feel I needed to bring you along for that. But that's going to be it for this episode. We got 2 big projects done. We got that slot machine over at Port Hypermine done. Well, not done. Same with the mob farm. We've got some decorating to do. We'll probably do that next episode. But we've done a decent amount of work, I think. And so hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, a like is always appreciated. And if you haven't done so already, think about subscribing so you're up to date with everything going on the channel. But that's going to be it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.